Welcome to the Dennis and Judi Show on demand. Thanks to our sponsor, Value City NJ, with 9 locations in New Jersey or online at valuecitynj.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the show so you'll never miss a minute. New Jersey 101.5.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
New Jersey chime time, 10:09, Dennis and Judi Show. I'm Dennis Malloy.
I'm Judy Franco. Hey, kids, welcome to the show. Thrilled to be broadcasting for you today.
All right, so real quick, Anthony and Janine came by from J&A in Manasquan. I call it a luncheonette, a deli. It's J&A, breakfast served all day. And they brought a tray of sandwiches and rice balls. I just had half a rice ball. Amazing. They're just such great people. They're from Staten Island, and they have a place in Manasquan, which is like my favorite Jersey
They're the
town.
best.
Yeah.
They're our BFFs.
They're the nicest
BFFs
people. Thank
of the
you,
Dennis and Judi Show.
Anthony and Janine.
Love you guys. Dennis, I want to pose a little question.
Oh, please. Pose away, Judy.
You're getting tired. The day's short. You're getting depressed. The winter's long. You're kind of cold. What do you do to bring yourself out of the winter doldrums?
Plan a vacation.
Good one. Good one. Very good one.
You go online.
But
you see
where do you go?
Well,
if you had to pick a place for a winter getaway, where would you pick? Now, I think I know where you'd pick. I know where I'd pick. But I just want to see if maybe the audience can get involved in this. We want to go on a winter getaway. So does everybody else in New Jersey. Where is it that you go for a quick winter getaway? I have a couple of ideas what I think are going to be the most popular choices, but 1-800-283-101.5 is our phone number. What's the winter getaway that you pick?
Now, for some people, the winter getaway could be going to Crystal Springs in what's the Mountain Creek. Like, if
is this driving only, by the way?
No, this is flying, driving. If it's within reach of New Jersey by car, great. If it's got to hop on a plane, we want to hear that too. There's some winter getaways, like winter getaways, where you're going for the winter scene. Like I said, Crystal Springs, Mountain Creek in Northwest Jersey,
right.
Great. There's some place, Hunter Mountain. There's some places, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, for if you like the snowy scene. If you want to get away from all that, because what we have here is like a mix of there's some snow, then it's rainy and it's sloppy and it's muddy. If you really want winter weather, you go into New England and New York State and you got your solid winter weather. But if you want to get away from rainy, wet, cold, snowy, you know what it is for me.
No.
Key West.
Oh, duh.
Yeah, and South Florida is great. I love St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg is great. And Clearwater, great. Key West is a thing of its own. And I know Judy will never go there, but...
It's not true. Why
it's
do you
very
say
true.
that?
It's very, I practically handed you trips on a silver platter to go there.
It's not that I'll never go.
You'll never go.
Down, kind of far down on my list, but I will go. I will go.
You're never going down that list. Now, and the reason I chose that back in 2007, I went for the first time, is because I wanted to get away and go to a tropical environment without leaving the country. I think it was cold.
Okay,
and I went,
so
I went as far south as I could. Now, I have a passport, and I can go to...
You can go to Puerto Rico.
I went to Puerto Rico.
So, you've been to Key West 1,000 times.
Yeah, it's true. I could go to...
Puerto
here's
Rico's
the thing.
beaches are magnificent.
They're stunning. But you got to... Yeah, right. It's like, I like to explore. You explore Puerto Rico, and if I know someone who has a place there, and they could take me around, fine. when I went there, unless you're on a resort with a really nice beach, there's bars on all the windows of all the stores. There's bars on the windows of the houses. There's horses running down the street. If I was there with a local, I'd feel more comfortable. If I go there as a tourist not speaking Spanish very well, I'm a little nervous. Dead dogs in the street. But if you go to the resorts, wow, stunning, beautiful. But I like to explore. I like to be with the people.
Okay, so if we're driving then,
Yeah.
where are we going to go? One place is, you called it Crystal Spring. I mean, I don't know what you called the town. Some people call it Hardiston. Some people call it Hardiston.
Yeah, Hardiston, right. Crystal Springs. It's in Sussex County, New Jersey. It's also Mountain Creek Ski Resort.
Beautiful.
Stunning. You can go to the Poconos for that too. You know,
right? But
I don't think there's anything in the Poconos as nice as Crystal Springs, though.
So I like this for a weekend away in New Jersey because I'm a beach person. Even though obviously you're not going on the beach when it's 12 degrees, but what's great is you can get an Airbnb on front of the beach. Any beach town that you like. Point Pleasant has a lot of them, really beautiful homes. You can do it in like Brigantine. And what you do is it's cheap. They usually have like a fireplace. That some of these places are gorgeous, pristine, modern, big mansions. Because it's off season, it's cheap. So you go there, you look out at the beach, you sit there at the fireplace, you bring a loved one, you bring your wine, you bring your whatever it is you want to have for dinner, or else you order in, and you make it very cozy. And it's, for some people, it's going to be the only, including me, by the way, it would be the only way to afford to stay beachfront in New Jersey. And we have some beautiful beaches.
Do you like it in the winter? Some people hate it in the winter.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't go out, but just if you're on the beach, just to watch the beach.
Yeah, I like it, and I don't mind walking on the beach in the cold weather. You're bundled up, you know.
So I don't. I stayed last year. It was like during Christmas, I think, the Wave Resort in Long Branch. We did a winter getaway. Again, it's one of those. The Wave Hotel is one of those hotels that, like, I would not be able to
what
stay
was it
at
called before?
During prime time. It's brand new.
Oh, brand new building?
It's a new building in Pier Village.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's one of Kushner's family's little pets. But it's absolutely magnificent. The top floor is designed for weddings and stuff, and it's a 180 degree view, all glass, of the beach. And the rooms are beachfront. So here's what you can do. You can do a winter getaway in Pier Village. They have 1,000 beautiful restaurants in Pier Village open all year round.
Okay.
You stay on the beach with a beach view. You feel like you're it's a gorgeous resort. So you really feel like you're away, even though it could be just like an hour drive from where you are. So that's a great weekend to me.
How about New York City?
Yeah.
What's a really good hotel going to cost me in New York City?
A really good hotel? No. How about a fine hotel?
Fine hotel?
A really good hotel, $2,000 a night.
Okay.
You don't want that.
How about a fine hotel?
So a fine hotel, because I just did this, Dennis, was the, what the hell's the name of it? Park. It's that chain. Not Sinesta. That one was bad. I'll tell you, we just did a weekend. Hold on. I got to find the name of it. Anyway, walked up and down, gorgeous view of Park Avenue, walked up and down it wasn't that freezing out, but you could do it on a winter weekend. New York is nice when it's cold out.
Yeah, it's cozy. But now, I talked to somebody recently
hotel's really irking me.
Now, some people, it's not only watching the news. I've talked to some people who say that Manhattan has gone to hell. If as a tourist to go there,
Royalton Park Avenue. It was decent for New York prices. It was like $400 something a night.
Now, you always say New York has not gone downhill. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, I don't say that it hasn't gone downhill. I mean, of course it's gone downhill.
Oh.
But it's not the kind of downhill where it's going to make a difference to you to go for a weekend. you know. Well,
So you're going for the weekend and being a tourist, it's fine. It's safe.
Yeah, you won't. There's not.
But to
anything
live
you
there might be a
feel
little
or
different.
see.
Right.
Living there, yeah, because once in a blue, you know, or depending on where you live, things have changed a lot. But no, I mean, I've been to Manhattan 1,000 times in the last year. I haven't really felt anything different. And my son lives there. And I keep saying to him, because he's in an area where, like, you think you'd see people all over, you know, and
it's fine.
I guess it's like anything else, Dennis. Like, I have 1,000 friends who are in Israel right now, and I'm hoping to get there soon. Like, how are you going to a war zone? You're wars. And I'm like, but if there's a war in Cape May, would you tell me not to go to Englewood? You know?
Right. I tell you not to go to Englewood in general.
That's what somebody said to me somebody from Hasbrook Heights, which is in Bergen County. I met this cute girl last night whose husband's a cop in Howell. And I said, Hasbrook Heights, oh, are you near Englewood? She goes, oh, no, I hate Englewood. I said, but it's Bergen County. She goes, it's a big county.
All right. Do you have a winter getaway that you're planning or you've been to and you're daydreaming about doing again? Whether it's close or far away, we want to hear about it. 1-800-283-1015, So I need some ideas. I don't know if I'll be able to get to Key West this winter, but I do need to get away, and I do need some ideas. And it does help your mental outlook if you just even go online looking and booking a trip and you have something to look forward to. So I don't know if I'll get to Key West this year. My fishing partner, buddy, is we're not sure if he can make it this year. So so I may need to plan another trip somewhere else.
I have to tell you something.
Whether it's down south where it's warm in a warm climate, or it's somewhere around here where you really take advantage of the snow. I don't ski lately, but I wouldn't mind being in a snowy environment. I mean, I haven't skied in a while. I could probably still ski. The other place, my brother lives right north of Myrtle Beach. And I think this week it's in the he's golfing this week. It's in the mid-60s. He was up this past weekend dropping his daughter off at Ryder and said, yeah, the snow really sucks. I said, what's the weather there? He said, it's not a whole lot warmer, but it is warmer. And next week it'll be in the mid-60s. I was like, yeah, it's not bad.
Well, what would our listeners do if you had to pick? Let's say this weekend somebody came to you and said, you've got to get away for a weekend. Winter weekend to pick you up. They put a gun to your head. You got to go. Where do you go? Dennis and I have named our places. What is yours? 1-800-283-101.5 is our phone number. Dennis, there's one we forgot, and I'm very disappointed in us.
Oh, okay.
Atlantic City.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you are a major landowner in Atlantic City. Landowner.
Yeah, I own Bader Field.
But I have to just tell you, for people like me who are not landowners there.
I don't own any land in Atlantic City.
This is the weekend where well, no, you don't own land, but you have like a little place.
Barely an apartment, a studio.
Okay. It's not.
It's a studio.
It's not my intention to embarrass you. I'm saying you don't get the same thrill that I do when you go to Atlantic City to stay in a hotel, to treat it like a weekend away, because it's kind of a home away from home to you.
Yeah, I go to the other end. But when you and I went to resorts last month for the show, the excitement, the feel, it's just, and it was around, Christmas time.
So great.
It really is a great getaway. There? I didn't stay, no.
No.
But it is a great getaway for the winter. Great getaway.
So it is. But again, if you like the beach in the winter, but even if you don't.
Oh, even if you don't. You don't have to leave the building.
The ocean. Yeah. Right. You don't have to leave the building. Any one of those hotels is like a resort. And some of them even have an indoor pool. Few of them have an indoor pool where you can stay and just hang out. And the, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and that you never really have to move. And if you stay, which I did in the Hard Rock, and we had to get to resorts, they're connected by an indoor tunnel.
Are they really?
Literally. Yeah. So we literally, that
Skyway
bridge.
Yeah.
It's like a skyway.
It connects the two hotels?
Yeah.
I thought it connected with I must be thinking of the Trop. Something has a connection with like one of those bridges for their parking garage. But this connects the two hotels.
Yes, it does. And it's awesome because we had dinner planned at resorts and the show. Of course, I was sick as a dog,
Sure.
and so were you. But so I could barely stand up. And I'm like, I do want to do this performance at the resorts, but I'm not going to walk outside and it's cold or whatever. And then I'm like, dumbbell, you just walk across that thing. You go upstairs to the top floor in resorts or in the other one.
Right.
And just walk that little
I had no
hallway.
idea.
And it's great.
So I'm writing that down. Atlantic City.
You've walked it. You forgot. Because you've definitely walked it. When you enter Hard Rock, the first thing you see is a huge mural on the wall of like, I forget, just some concert. And then it goes, please allow me to introduce myself.
I've never been.
Or something like that. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now in Atlantic City for local, you know what else they have listed here? Renault Winery Resort. Stay overnight and play all day in a winter wonderland in Egg Harbor City. I'm sorry.
Interesting.
Try the new fireplace experience with up to 8 guests. Glide into some ice skating and pick your own playlist while you skate with earphones. Renault Winery Resort. I didn't realize it was that big. Also, Ocean Place Resort and Spa.
Yes. It's another one of those Long Branch hidden gems. Not really hidden at all, but right on the oceanfront. Beautiful rooms. Lobby so nice. You can do your dinner at Pier Village.
And while we're down the
That is
shore,
nice.
Beach Plum Farm in Cape May, which I've heard is my daughter's been there. It's beautiful.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it? An actual farm now?
If your family wants to has a feel for farm living, book a stay at one of these dreamy cottages and barns. Spend your day sitting by the fire and biking around the 62-acre working farm in West Cape May. So if you have any ideas of a winter getaway, either close to New Jersey, in New Jersey, or far away where it's nice and warm, we'd love to hear your ideas, what you'd do, what you would recommend. 1-800-283-101.5. It's 10:30. Improvement. It's the Dennis and Judi Show. We're talking about trying to kick the winter blahs. We've had 2 snowstorms last week, and this week we have rain. And Judi, I don't know if you looked out your window this morning and went, wow, all that stuff's gone.
Yeah, well, you know what's funny, Dennis? I saw a little snow yesterday. Did you?
No.
Yesterday afternoon. It was
Really?
Like, there was
Flurries?
flurries, yeah.
Yeah, no. But we had about 6 or 7 inches of snow last week. So to look out the window this morning and see it all melted
Pretty gone.
was shocking. But nice
All
because
melted, though. I still have clumps.
yeah, like minor clumps by me. Anyway, we're talking about getting away, getting rid of these winter blahs. What is a good winter getaway, either in New Jersey, close to New Jersey, or far away, beachy, warm, hot? Delray Beach, my friend has a place there in Delray Beach. That's nice from what I've seen of it. I like St. Petersburg and I like Clearwater, but it's got that trafficky hustle and bustle that you just don't have in Key West. I mean, yeah, there's...
We got a lot of invitations to go with you to Key West.
Who wants
Craig
to go?
wants to go through Key West and go fishing.
Pass.
He said that would be awesome. How about Savannah, Georgia? And somebody else did talk about Renault, Dennis. Renault, or did they call it Renault?
Renault.
Renault.
Yeah.
Renault is amazing for the weekend. They have a great Italian restaurant on site, great weekend packages, dinner, wine tasting, beautiful grounds hotel. To me, that's like the number one great weekend getaway.
Wow.
Awesome.
In
one.
Egg Harbor City.
It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah, that is insane. All right, let's talk to Ryan on the Parkway. Hey, Ryan, welcome.
How you doing? My name's Ryan. I'm calling on the Parkway. I've never been, but I've always wanted to go to Hatfield and McCoy, West Virginia.
Now, is there a town where they both lived?
Yeah, no, it's a town called Hatfield and McCoy.
Really?
And you can rent cabins and you rent ATVs and UTVs, and you drive through the mountains and this little town.
Well, that would seem more of a warm weather thing than winter.
Yeah, it's definitely a warm weather thing, but they have snowmobiles and stuff in the winter.
Oh, wow. Can you shoot at each other or no?
No, it's just it's just have like a little adventure vacation, I guess you would call it.
That's cool. Have you timed out how long it would take to get there from Jersey?
Probably about 8 hours.
Oh, that long. Judy, how long did it take to get to your son
I'm
in
guessing.
West Virginia? 8?
6.5.
Wow. All right, Ryan,
Depends
thank
on
you
what,
for that. Thanks for the suggestion.
Morgantown is closer to the. Wait, what side is that? The east.
Okay.
Or the north.
Northeast.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Like if I wanted to go to Charleston, West Virginia, that would have been another 2 hours. You
Okay.
know? Like the really pretty place. We were like, oh, we're in West Virginia. We should go to like the Blue Ridge Mountains and all these things. But you don't realize what a big state that is. It's like a 4.5
And
hour
it's kind of
drive.
spread out all, and it's.
Yeah, but they have, I mean, you know, wherever you really look in West Virginia, I found it was just beautiful, the mountains. You can always see the mountains, you know, so
Nice.
Let us go to Pete in Hamilton. He's got a great, by the way, we're talking about winter getaways. When you do need a getaway in the winter, whether it's a driving getaway or a quick one on a flight, where do you go? 1-800-283-101.5. Pete is in Hamilton. Hi, Pete. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
Listen, Judy, haven't called you guys in a while, but you reminded me I'm leaving next Thursday to go down to Naples with 3 golfing buddies. One of my friends owns a condo right on the golf course. So we go down and we play 1 round the first day, and then we play 2 rounds every other day. We have lunch and dinner and do it all over again. It's a great time.
Naples, Florida. It's a beautiful town. A lot of money there.
It's like the Rodeo Drive East. Sometimes we have dinner at a restaurant. We're sitting outside. All the palm trees are lit up white. There's Jaguars and cars that I've never seen before going by. So you could just count the money.
Yeah, I had lunch there once. Very, very nice. Pete, thank you. Naples, Florida, on the list. How about, Judy, you're a big Mexico fan.
I like Mexico, yeah.
San Jose del Cabo?
So, you know, Cabo is like one of those places where, I mean, it's gorgeous.
Isn't that West
whatever.
Coast? No.
It's all the way at the tippy tip of that little thing on the it's West Coast. And you know how there's that little stringy thing on the side?
The Baja, Mexico? Yeah.
Yeah. It's at the bottom of that.
Oh.
It's so far from here that it's like, it's not a weekend getaway. You know?
No. Yeah,
Anywhere
it's
on the
like
West
going to
Coast of
California.
Mexico,
Yeah.
it's- You know what I mean? It's 6 hours, and then you got to take another flight. Although now so many people go there, maybe there's a direct flight to Cabo. I don't know.
How about St. Martin is on this list that I'm looking at?
How about it?
You been?
I've been to St. Martin. Yes.
Yeah, nice.
I mean, it's like Key West.
Really?
It's what I picture Key West.
Really?
No, St. Martin's pretty. It's just that they don't. You know what happens, Dennis, and it's the same thing with a lot of these Caribbean resorts. If they don't become a major player, then they stay with the old hotels, the old-fashioned, you know, like they have this hotel,
Right.
Frenchman's Reef. It's been there for 200
wow.
years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then when
You're like a
Punta Cana
travel
became-
agent.
With the Caribbean, I am.
Yeah.
You're a travel agent with how you are with Italy. That's how I am with the
Yeah,
Caribbean.
that's true. Andrea's calling from West Orange. Hi, Andrea.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. I'm not sure if it was mentioned. I don't think so, but we've been to a Sandals all-inclusive down in Nassau, 10 minutes from the airport. You fly down. It's not a long flight. You don't have to bring anything. You pay for everything up front, and it's fabulous. You can go for 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, and it's just a beautiful place to go. It's not too far, you know, flight-wise, and you could take a little boat ride to like this private island, and it's just like it feels like you're in a whole other
World.
deserted island place. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful, and I would highly recommend that. There are other Sandals, but we've been to this one several times, and because it's close and
Right.
it's really nice.
Sandals, Nassau, Bahamas.
Yeah, it's called Royal Bahamian. Sandals Royal Bahamian.
Awesome.
Yep.
Wow. That sounds great. All right. Thank you, Andrea. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. And that's not far. It's like Florida. In Key West, there's a lot of Bahamians who migrated over from the Bahamas, and there's a little Bahama neighborhood in Key West. And
I picture Key West to have similar weather to the Bahamas.
yes, exactly. All right. So where should we go on a winter getaway, either within driving distance to New Jersey or in New Jersey, or like the Caribbean or Florida? 1-800-283-101.5. What have you done and enjoyed? We'll take your call and we'll check fast traffic in a few minutes. Listen, when you're ready to sell your home fast, you need to call Robert Dukansky of RE/MAX First Advantage.
Jose and Hilda missed their grandchildren, so they decided to sell their home in Avenel to move closer to them. Rob Dukansky was the real estate agent for that job. After 16 showings and only 9 days on the market, the property sold for $450,000. That was $30,100 over the list price.
Nothing beats Rob's Your Home Sold Guaranteed program. You don't need to worry about things like interest rates or market uncertainty when you choose the right agent. Find out more at robsellsnj.com.
Robert Dukansky not only lists your home, but has the in-house marketing to drive hundreds of buyers to your home, creating demand and driving up the price. You need to call the only agent we would call if we needed to sell our homes.
That's Robert Dukansky, 855-350-1015, 855-350-1015. Or go online to robsellsnj.com. That's robsellsnj.com.
Or just Google Rob Sells NJ and
All right.
start back.
Talking about winter getaways, either in New Jersey or within striking distance by car of New Jersey, or getting on a plane and going south and enjoying some warmer weather. I think you can drive, I think, to 8 to 10 hours to Myrtle Beach, and you can take a plane or you can drive, and that's not going to get you summertime weather or hot weather, but it's going to get you moderate weather and, comfortable weather, at least good, decent golfing weather. And, to walk around in 65 and sunny by the beach this time of year, it's nice. If you're going to get on a plane, then go a little further south and go to Florida and really enjoy, nice weather this time of year.
I cannot believe that people don't even have an idea of where they would go in New Jersey. It's one thing to get on a plane, Dennis, but we have so many places to go to New Jersey in New Jersey. Now I want to give you another one, okay? Mm-hmm. I was trying to find the name of it here. It's actually called Sojo Spa.
In South Jersey?
And no, it's in North Jersey. That's what I'm trying to find here is like the address of it. Sojo is a day spa that has a hotel attached to it. And it is shocking that it's in Jersey. It's called Sojo Spa Club. I don't think anybody even knows about this place. I found it by accident because somebody bought me a gift certificate for it.
Oh.
The hotel attached to it is so pretty. And there's a pool in the summer, like an outdoor pool in the summer. Sojo Spa. It has I don't think there's another spa like this in I'm just trying to show you some of the pictures here.
Nice.
I don't think there's another spa like this.
Oh, it
in
looks
New
like
Jersey.
right across from Manhattan.
Right. That's what I said. It's like somewhere in North Jersey. But wait, in a second, you're going to see they show you the rooms, and it's very, very luxurious. It looks like something that you would have to travel far for, but it's right here in New Jersey. I'm going to tell you what town it is.
And I got to be honest with you, Judy, you love that stuff, and I'm happy for you. I
know.
couldn't.
But a lot of people would love this.
It's not my thing.
It's Edgewater, New Jersey.
Yeah, right on the road.
Edgewater, New Jersey.
Yeah, robes and lotions and people touching me.
No,
and,
definitely not your thing, but it's a great winter escape. Look how they make it look.
Oh, my God.
Like outdoors.
Beautiful. Oh,
well,
God.
that is
beautiful.
outdoors. But look.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. 5-hour drive, maybe 6, the Berkshires in Massachusetts.
Okay. I haven't been, but I know that well, here's another one, Dennis. Your favorite place, Lake George.
Yeah, that's about 6 hours. And that winter time's nice, too. I'd rather go in the summer, enjoy the lake a lot more. Although, if you're into, running around on the lake or ice fishing, Don's calling from Edison. Don, do you have a suggestion for a winter getaway?
Of course I do. Good morning, guys.
Morning.
I am actually on my way to a VA appointment in Bernardsville, but I've been to Jamaica 5 times. It's a good weekend getaway. It's a 2-hour flight, roughly 2.5-hour flight. And if you stay at a resort, it's really nice and safe, even though it's like the murder capital of the world right now. But
if you're in a resort, you don't see or feel any of that.
Exactly.
So have you? Do you venture out or you stay in the resort?
Well, my wife is from Jamaica, so I have an inside thing, I guess.
Right.
So I've been all over the island.
Nice.
Multiple times.
Yeah, I've seen so many videos and pictures. It's gorgeous, but I've never been. Judy's been there many times.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. It is beautiful.
All right, Don, thank you. Appreciate the call.
I'm just mad because we're so spoiled and we take so much for granted that is right here in New Jersey.
Yeah.
That why do you have to get on a plane to go away for a weekend? Unless you want warmth, okay, there's no place you're getting it here. I get that. But other than that, in terms of relaxation, events, food,
Pampering,
dining,
yeah.
pampering, entertainment, views.
Yeah.
We have everything.
Between Long Branch and Atlantic City, you've got tons of great places to be pampered, and even Cape May this time of year too. So many places. Well, thanks for the suggestion.
Den?
Yeah, that's Crystal Springs better. Probably the nicest mountain resort on the East Coast.
It's stunning.
It's amazing. All right, 10:55. More of the Dennis and Judy show to come. Don't. New Jersey chime time. 11:08. Dennis and Judy show. I'm Dennis Malloy. That's Judy Franco.
Well, hello, kids. It's great to be here.
A shout out again to J&A in Manasquan, J&A Luncheonette, J&A Deli, J&A Breakfast and Lunch and Dinner. They brought over a couple of trays of food today. Thank you so much, Janine and Anthony, just the nicest people in the world.
Love them so much.
Anthony's Staten Island accent is so thick, it frightened Kyle last time he was here.
It's so cute, though. It really is.
Oh, yeah.
So listen, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I feel like it would be difficult to come up. What would constitute special needs in a dog? Because there's a special needs dog missing. And I don't mean this facetiously. Well, I kind of do, because what is a special needs dog? They can't be like ADD, or they can't have autism, can they? Is this the new thing now? We're ascribing human mental issues or emotional issues to dogs?
It just said, I saw the headline said special needs dog missing. I think Jen wrote it.
I know. I'm dying to know what that is about. But how sad is it? How sad would you feel if you were missing your dog, special needs or not, and days went by and days went by and there was no sign of him? And do you think there's as much... Do you think it goes for dogs the way it does for adults, where after 24 hours there's less of a chance of finding him alive? Or could people possibly find their dogs a year or so later?
Yeah.
So that's the question I want to ask, Dennis, because we hear so many happy endings to lost dog stories, but at the same time, there's so many stories that end up... I don't know that I want to put the no death rule in effect. I think it'd be more fun to ask people, when you were missing a dog, how long did it take to find it again? 1-800-283-101.5.
Found it. Found a story. Okay. A Morris County couple is offering $6,000 but for the return of Meep, their missing 1-year-old special needs Boston Terrier, who went missing in the early hours of New Year's Day after being let out to go to the bathroom. She got loose, sprinted, and never looked back, said Summer Sheldrick, one of the dog's owners.
All right.
They live in Morristown. Sheldrick and Ryan Hitchcock, who live in Morristown, say Meep was spooked by a nearby neighbor's fireworks that went off around 12:15 a.m. that morning. She then ran off and hasn't been seen since.
Okay.
So we don't know what why she suffered. Oh, here we go. She suffers from. I've never heard of it. No. I just don't know what this is. I just don't know what it is.
How do you spell it?
Luxating patella.
Huh. Okay, well, patella,
Is a
isn't
knee.
that part of your brain?
Oh, no, patella. Oh.
No, maybe not. I'm sorry. Wait.
Well, maybe my brain is in my kneecap.
Okay, hold on.
Luxating patella.
Siri, what is a luxating
Here
patella?
it's a condition where the kneecap becomes dislocated and is on medication as part of the
Stupid.
treatment program.
Isn't that part of your brain? What is wrong with me?
Meep was adopted by the couple after she was rescued from a puppy mill, diagnosed with pneumonia, and has been receiving treatments ever since. Sheldrick said Meep's presence has helped her through some of the darkest times of her life. All right.
Okay.
So animals do that for some people. It really, really, really help. I love animals. I love my daughter has 2 cats, and I don't say I love them, but I do enjoy them, and I appreciate them and take care of them. They're not helping me through any dark times. Matter of fact, they've caused some dark times when I come home and find puke on my couch.
I'm having a dark time right now that I thought the patella was a part of your brain.
So you ever have a pet, a dog or cat, go missing and then find them? What happened? Or maybe a year later you moved to Chicago and Sparky came trotting up the driveway in Chicago. We'll see. Chris, his phone number is 1-800-283-1015.
What am I thinking of, Dennis? The with a G in the brain, with an Ella. No?
The Gubba Chris.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Hi,
I can't
Harry.
answer that question. You were talking about missing dogs, special need dogs.
Yeah.
You know what kind of dog that is. So it could be a dog with 3 legs. But I'm here to say I've got a 13-year-old dog, Rosie. She's just adorable. And she cannot hear anymore. She was well trained. I got her when she was 5. The breeder was done breeding her. And I realized, she's not coming to me anymore. She cannot hear. We've done all the tests, to make sure. So if she gets out, she will not come back to me.
Right.
And now she's beginning to lose her vision.
Oh,
so if she gets out there and goes a block or 2, which she has not done yet, I don't know how she would come back to me or realize
she needs constant supervision. How old is the dog?
We think she's 13, and she's lovely and happy and spunky and all that sort of stuff. But if she were to get out, I don't know what would happen. I have a fence, and I don't really walk her too much at this point. But I would view that as a special needs dog, and I hope she still has, 2 or 3 more lovely years to give me because she's been great. But I worry about that with her now.
What kind of dog?
Can't hear. She's a cockapoo. She's a mixed, smaller type of dog, but she's wonderful and knew all the
Special
commands.
needs, that's a real special need in a dog, or being blind in a...
But many dogs lose their sight and vision as they get older. So I was wondering if that's what they could mean, special needs, as opposed to a mental thing.
No, she has
a luggling patella, or what?
Luxating patella.
Luxating patella.
Luxating patella. Ugh. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. Judy, examining
Dennis,
the point.
I am laughing at it. I know you don't want to seem like you're laughing at it. So you are absolved of this. I'm on my own, okay?
No. I'm laughing at you calling the patella part of the brain.
Okay, so you could laugh at me about that. But can I laugh at a special need, the idea of a special needs dog? Because when we talk about special needs in adults, that's not laughable, right?
Right. Or children.
I have one. I have a kid.
Right.
An adult child.
Well, but see, back in the day, when you and I were kids, a dog had a problem, you put him down. There was no questions asked. You just put him down. There wasn't any discussion about it or crying about it. You said, you've got a problem, put it down.
Wheelchair.
Right.
Or
now,
whatever,
we live in a much more sensitive age where you take care of them, whether it's a burden to you financially or physically or whatever, you take care of them. And they have special needs. So people are taking care of animals that have, sight and vision problems, muscular problems, joint problems.
Okay, so those are physical handicaps.
Yeah. And the going under modern vernacular, special needs. Looking at the brain, Judy, have you thought of the medulla?
Yeah.
Yeah, the medulla.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I knew it was something that sounded Italian and had two L's in it.
Hey, I'm going to make you some sauteed medulla, and I'm going to a side of patella.
How about this?
Yeah.
What is the glabella?
Glabella?
Yeah. Hold on.
All right, let's talk to another caller.
Glabella. Stop it. Glabella in humans is the area of skin between the eyebrows that people put Botox in. The 11s, they call them.
Oh, the glabella. I didn't know her name.
This is the glabella. I knew I heard that one too.
All right, let's. If I have more children, I'll name them glabella, medulla, and patella. A luxating, and hopefully she'll grow up to be a luxating patella. All right, Steve is in Cherry Hill. Hello.
Yeah, good morning. How are you guys today?
We're well, Steve. Thank you.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so about, going back 50 years ago, I was living down in Florida, and we had our dog down there, and it was kind of tough for that dog to keep him inside the house, and somebody just opened up the door. He ran away. He was gone for about a week, and then we were all heartbroken because we were kids at the time. And he just showed up at the door the next, one morning, after about a week to 2 weeks, So we figured, the dog wasn't neutered, so he probably had a special need, and that need was to get out and,
hump something.
Go to the doggy brothel,
Yeah.
So,
what part of Florida?
It was Hollywood, Florida.
So there were gators in that area?
No, you know what? I can't really recall whether that was an issue or not because I was 10 or 11 years old, but we never really heard about gators too much. No.
All right. No. Very good. He had a special need that he hopefully took care of.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he took care of it, all right. I think so, anyway.
All right. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate the call. Well, then I'm special needs as well.
I mean, I've known that for a long time.
Yes. A special needs dog is missing. They're offering I think a $6,000 reward. It's a Morristown couple. Offering $6,000. Yeah, couple $6,000 reward. A Morris County couple. Meep is his name. So if you see a little dog, looks like a French bulldog with a luxating patella, they.
I can never just tell that it's luxating from close up.
Right.
Even in people.
Look at it.
It's so hard to tell if somebody's actually luxating.
Is she luxating now? Look at it. It's luxating.
It's such a bad word.
I think I'll be luxating for most of the afternoon, so don't call me. Never heard of the word. We have having fun with new words on the Dennis and Judy show. If you have, you can go on the app chat or email us if you have another use of luxating.
Well, I'm wondering if the traffic is luxating.
Well, Pete is a wordsmith.
He's a big luxator from way back.
He's staying eerily quiet.
Eerily.
I heard rumors that it can make you blind.
Okay. That's all we needed. Pete, thank you.
I told my mom I'd stop when I needed glasses.
Very good. So now we have better insight into exactly what luxating is. All right. 11:09. Dennis and Judy show. There is a special needs dog missing, and the couple is offering a $6,000 reward. It has some knee problems, and
I think that's probably the dog.
What?
The dog that they're looking for has a luxating patella.
Right, which is a knee issue.
See a dog with anything luxating on its body, particularly the patella, let us know.
All right, so when have you lost a dog or a cat or any pet, and how'd that end up? 1-800-283-101.5. Pat is in Mendham. Hi, Pat.
Hi, good morning. I have a special needs dog, but there's nothing wrong with his knee. He has diabetes, so I have to give him 2 shots a day, and I have to pay for the insulin myself. But, I don't have any insurance on the dog. So it's A lot, but I just wouldn't want him to die because I don't want to give him the insulin.
Right. How old
How
is
much
he?
is that?
Yeah.
Well, a little vial is about $70.
How long does that last?
And maybe a week, 2 weeks.
And how old's the
And then
dog?
I have to buy the needles as well. So that's something.
Hey, they're giving needles out to junkies. Why don't you get on the free needle exchange program?
Well, look, Biden gave people with insulin a deal, but not with dogs. That's the only thing he's good for, but he couldn't even do that for me.
How old is the dog?
He's 12.
What kind of dog?
It's a mutt. I rescued it. It's like a poodle and schnauzer together. It's very fluffy. It's a cute little dog, and his name is Eugene. So I don't want to.
Eugene.
I don't want to.
You sound so sweet. And do you live by yourself, or you have family with you?
No, I live at home with my husband.
Oh, nice. Does he like the dog?
Oh yeah, he spoils him too much.
That's why he has diabetes.
Yeah, but he says it's such a cute little dog, and I just can't get myself to not give him injections. I have to give him injections twice a day, so I have to be home for this dog.
Well, no, see, I couldn't do that. Good for you, Pat. Good for you and your husband. Best of luck with the doggy. Thanks for the call to New Jersey 101.5. You ever lose a pet, dog or cat, or any animal, and how'd that end up? Rich is in Pennsylvania. Hello, Rich.
Hey, love your show. Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you. Of course.
Yeah, well, I have two cat stories, but I'll just give you the craziest one. Bought our youngest daughter a cat, and a couple years into it, our oldest daughter developed allergies, so we had to get rid of it. And we found a friend of a friend who lived on a little farm along a mountain, so we were going to give it to them. They said they'd take good care of it. We took it to the farm today, and we wanted to make sure it was getting a good home. The kids were with us. We take the cat there, about to drop it off. One of their dogs barks. The cat jumps down, runs, and sprints into the woods, and is gone. Our daughters are so upset.
Oh, my God.
But the crazy part of the story is, years later, my wife is coaching at a local high school, and we had a get-together at one of the girls' houses. Didn't know it, but she was about a mile away from where this cat got away from. She said she found the cat wandering around, and we went to her house for dinner, and there was our cat. Snoopy was the cat's name. There was our cat. We checked the photos, and the markings were all saying this cat wandered for about a mile and a half and ended up at somebody we knew. Well, we let them keep the cat, obviously.
How many years later was this meeting at the girl's house?
It was years, 2-3 years probably.
Okay.
At least. Yeah. So she found this cat wandering around. She took it in, and we found out that the cat was okay.
And your daughters were okay with letting her keep the cat?
Oh, sure. Yeah. It was a couple years later. They had kind of forgotten about it, So.
Oh my God!
It was crazy.
That is cool. That ended up in a nice home.
Yeah. So it was all good.
Very good. Thanks for that story, Rich. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. I love to hear stories about when dogs or cats got loose and you found them. Years later, weeks later, hours later, it's a desperate feeling. I was so paranoid when my daughter moved in with me and brought the two cats. I'm not used to having cats. I had dogs years ago, but I never had a dog at this house because it's kind of on a main road. And I just make sure the door is shut all the time. And if somebody's coming in the house, I go, shut the door behind you tight. Got cats. Yesterday, I had a plumber in the house and cleaning ladies. I told them both, please, doors. And then I opened, there's a sort of a hatch to get to the attic. I opened up the hatch to the attic so that the cats had someplace to hide. Because if they hear people working on the house, running a vacuum, plumbing.
Right.
Hiding under the bed is one thing, but they need to, if they climb.
Get out of, the universe.
Exactly. So upstairs, the attic is, out of the universe for them. But I would freak if they ever got lost. Like I said, being on the main road, it can't happen.
And forget about, you being upset about it. They're not even yours.
Right. Well, I would be upset mostly for my daughter.
Of course.
Of course, I care about the cats, but mostly for her. So, did you ever lose a cat or a dog? What was that like, and how did it come out? 1-800-283-1015. It's 11:30. Dennis and Judi show. Talking about when you lost a dog or cat and how it turned out. Love the stories when they return anytime, but especially when it's been a while and they miraculously found they were back to you.
Especially when it's been like months and you know the person has given up that pet for dead.
Right.
And then they get like such an amazing surprise.
There's a special needs dog that is missing now, and Morris County couple has offered a $6,000 reward. It has a luxating patella.
Oh.
Now, the patella is a kneecap. The patellar luxation occurs when the kneecap slides or pops out of place from the femoral groove when the knee flexes, causing the dislocation.
Ay, ay, ay.
So Bill, who's fluxating all the time, is calling from Ewing. Hi, Bill.
How you doing, young guy?
Good. How are you?
All right, sir. How you doing, young lady?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. What's up with you?
You guys are the best.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
So anyway, I had a cat named Louie for 12 years, and he was an inside cat, never been outside. He disappeared. I couldn't find him for 4 days. I was devastated. I couldn't imagine what happened to him. One day, I'm yelling at my kitchen window, and I'm calling his name, which I did every day because I was devastated, and I heard a faint meow. Turns out that he crawled in to my cabinet, which is where my kitchen sink is, and I have a little hole there where the pipes come in, and somehow he wedged himself through there into the goddamn crawl space. And for 4 days he was there. Couldn't find him. And I finally found him. It was a great story.
And the access to the crawl space was in one of your closets or outside?
Outside. So I went outside, opened the crawl space, and there he was looking at me like an idiot.
Yeah, we won't let the cats in the basement. My daughter will on occasion.
Why?
But because there's holes, there's little crevices that they'll crawl into. And I don't, either sump pump where the pump is. Behind
Curiosity killed the cat, boy.
Yeah, and there's little pipes, vent pipes down there, and they go in these little spaces and get themselves in trouble.
Right,
well,
it could be dangerous.
Turned out well, Bill. I'm glad. Thank you. Appreciate the call. She'll scratch by the door, and I go, no freaking way.
I'm sorry, but I cannot believe you live with kittens.
Listen, was it by design? No. And not only do I live with them, I had to bring them back from Texas on a plane.
I cannot believe you did that.
And they're...
That's where my love and loyalty to my kids ends.
So one of them screaming on the plane, like, I'm sorry, we were cats, I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. And one of the carriers was also a backpack. So we're going through the airport in Philly, and we landed in Philly, and she's got that backpack on her back. And she says, I think Nala peed. So on her back is this backpack cat carrier soaked in cat pee.
This is disgusting.
Moving her back home was an ordeal. Lori in Hazlitt, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Not so good. I was wondering if you guys could really help us out.
Sure.
Here in Union Beach.
Okay.
There's been a dog named Blue. She's a female. Blue-nosed pit bull who's been missing, I believe, for now almost 5 days. The scent tracker led her to a house down the street that she lives on. And then the scent tracker stopped there, and there's also footage of the dog going up the stairs into a house, but no footage of the dog leaving. We just need help.
Have you approached that house? Have you knocked on the door of that house?
Yes. The neighbor, the owners went to the neighbor's house. I'm not sure exactly the details.
Okay, so this is a pit bull named Blue. He's got a blue nose. What color fur?
Grayish, gray with some tan in it. I'm just double checking the description.
Wait, dogs can have blue noses?
Mm.
I never knew that.
Pit bull with she's got a narrow nose and like a white coat on her belly.
Friendly?
We have a description. If I could send you guys all the details.
Yeah.
The community is coming together. We just got to get it on a different level.
Sure. It's in Union Beach. In Union Beach.
Union Beach, New Jersey, yes.
How old is the dog, and is the dog friendly?
Yes, the dog is 9 years old. She's a very friendly pit bull. She also has another sister, pit bull. Very friendly. She goes up to anybody. So.
All right, Blue. To a gray dog named Blue, blue nose, white on her belly, and answers to the name Blue. Union Beach, New Jersey. What part of Union Beach?
She was last seen on Clark Avenue, and that's where she lives as well.
Okay. All right. Send us some more details, but we'll put the word out, and hopefully y'all find them soon.
Yes, we will, and I'll definitely be sending you an email out, and thank you for listening.
Of course. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate the call. Didn't we used to do that for a while, Judy? People would write in with lost dogs, and we would mention it on.
Do that?
Yeah, we'd mention it on the air.
Wait, mention it, but not going to do an hour of like calls.
No, we would just mention it in the course of whatever we were doing.
I don't remember that, but I still am like blown away from the blue nose.
The luxating patella and a blue nose. Judy's blown away by these animals and what they can do.
I can't believe it. I seriously can't believe it. I didn't know it was possible.
Karen in Flemington found a cat and took care of it. Then gave it back. Karen, what happened?
We actually found a cat wandering around our neighborhood, and then, long story short, we were taking care of him. He got in a fight with a neighborhood cat, and he ended up getting an infection. We had to bring him to the doctor's office. And while we were there, before they did the operation, they said, hey, do you want us to run to check and see if he has a little scanner to find out where he's from? And lo and behold, we found out he used to live right down the street from us. And when we contacted the owner, she said he gets out all the time. They had moved about 5 miles down Route 31 in Pennington, and the cat always found his way back to the neighborhood here.
How long did you have him?
We had him. We were taking care of him for a few months, but it had been a year since they had seen him.
So was she thrilled when you took him back?
Yes, but she said, it happens all the time. It's the longest time it's ever happened. But, they kind of figured he was going to make his way back home eventually.
Cats are crazy.
Comes back here. So.
Yeah, they're crazy.
We always had this vision of him walking down Route 31 with like a little hobo pack.
A little stick with the bandana on the end of it.
Thank you, Karen. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. It is 11:44. We'll check fast traffic and then take your call coming up next.
Judy Franco here to talk to you about my friends over at Guaranteed Service, and they are just the best in the business when it comes to plumbing, electrical, and HVAC. Let me tell you, even if your drains don't seem to be clogged, there could still be a major threat in the main line right under your home. My friends over at Guaranteed Service, the premier plumbing, electrical, and HVAC company in New Jersey, have all the tools and expertise needed to keep your sewer clean and running smoothly. Here's what you do, and this is like amazing. Guaranteed came into my home with one of these cameras, and I was blown away by it. This one is a mainline camera, so they can inspect your main line with a camera for only $77. You'll have complete peace of mind that your drains are flowing and there won't be any surprises. 1-800-GUARANTEED or go online to guaranteedservice.com.
It's the Dennis and Judy show. We're talking about losing a pet. And again, there's a special needs dog missing in Morris County, and the couple has put up a $6,000 reward. It looks like a little French bulldog. Special needs because it has a luxating patella, which we found out is like a drifting kneecap. And then there was a dog missing in Union Beach, a pit bull about 9 years old with a blue nose, answers to the name Blue. It's gray with a white belly. So, yeah, people lose their dogs and cats all the time. If you have a story you want to share with us, I'd love to hear it and how it turned out. 1-800-283-1015. I'm always fascinated by the stories of a family that moved away and lost a dog, and they gave it to somebody else, and then it ends up, a year later finding them in Ohio. It ran all the way there or whatever. It's amazing. Right, Judi?
Yes, absolutely. 1-800-283-101.5 is our phone number. I'm dying to tell that story, Dennis, but maybe I'll tell it later. Cute things that your kids or grandkids say. Have you ever lent somebody money or lost money or borrowed money? This is not the topic. We have something else coming up for you, but I'm asking you this personally.
Yeah.
I lent somebody money and I couldn't remember if the person paid me back. So now I looked in my drawer where I keep this money because I wanted to take it with me and no money. So I'm like, okay, did I ever get paid back that money? So now I have to go ask the person if they paid me back the money. How embarrassing. Anyway, it turns out that they did, but how do you approach that without sounding like a real idiot? And thank God the person was an organized person, which I am not, and showed me the 2 payments that he made. And he's like, yeah, I paid you back right here. Okay. I said, I'm so sorry. I'm just so stupid and disorganized. I couldn't.
Well, at least you used that, reasoning for why.
Yeah. And the person knows that I'm stupid and disorganized. But anyway, I have another fun question, Dennis, to run by you. Okay.
All right, sir.
You ever feel like you're the only person in the world who has not tried a certain food? Like, what food have you never tried? And then when you finally tried it, you're like, wow, this is good. Don't you feel like you discovered it? I would like to ask our listeners if they've ever made a new food discovery. And it's amazing when you do, because think about it. Most of our listeners are over 30, right?
Right.
To first try something as an adult, to first be trying something that you haven't. Let's say you've discovered hot pretzels when you're 35. To first try a hot pretzel when you're 35.
You mean
you
those
went 34 years.
A soft hot
soft pretzel,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
We call them hot pretzels. You don't call them hot pretzels?
No.
Oh, that's hysterical. What do you call them?
Pretzels. Soft pretzel. Because by the time they come to us, they're cold.
Oh, that's
But
funny.
you get them on the street in New York,
right?
and they're on the cart and they're
Yeah,
hot.
like the sign over the cart is hot pretzels.
No, in New York.
So, is there a food
Yeah, I got
that
one.
you discovered
I got one.
as an adult? Well, I'm asking our audience.
I'm telling you, I'm part of your audience. I'm listening to you.
I don't want to hear yours because you have a great one. I know what it is, and you're going to hear about it. It's amazing. You're going to hear about it in the next hour. You know why it's amazing?
Why?
Because people will laugh at you that you just discovered it. It's a little silly. And that's why I don't want people to get out of their cars, because it's coming up after the news.
Grapes? Is that silly?
You stupid idiot. No, it's better than that. But I just bought an oven, Dennis, and I want to talk to you about Town Appliance in Lakewood.
Yes. Tell us, Judi.
It's a different kind of appliance store. And the reason I say this is a lot of people now are buying their appliances from like a big box store that also or a department store that also sells lumber and paint. Why do you think the kid in the apron is going to be able to tell you what's the difference between this oven and this stove? They can't. That's why Town Appliance is where you should shop. They don't just sell you what you think you want. Town Appliance in Lakewood actually sells you what you need because they know the difference. Save money on your energy bills, and with their great financing options, you can update your home appliances on anything. I mean, they have General Electric, all the beautiful appliances in that line. Bosch, if you want to go for the high-end stuff. Visit their showroom in Lakewood. They have it all. Or get started online at townappliance.com.
We have a little more time.
Okay, well, don't tell me about your food.
You know, I was resistant to sushi, and I never tried it. And not too long. As a matter of fact, it's one of our favorite restaurants.
Yeah, and by the way,
and this is not the
try
food.
it anywhere. It's a great place to try.
Salt Creek Inn. It wasn't.
Yeah.
This is not the food that I eventually tried, but I did develop a taste or a tolerance for sushi at Salt Creek Grill because they had this vegetable sushi that was really good, really good. That's like a party you weren't invited to. But the food that I finally tried as an adult, that I really liked, it blew me away. I couldn't believe that. New Jersey Chime Time, 12:09, Dennis and Judi Show. I'm Dennis Malloy.
I'm Judy Franco. Hey, kids.
I would say, of all the regions of the country, all the states in the country, we're probably the most sophisticated eaters. We've been exposed to a lot more food than you would in Delaware, Texas. Now, they have good barbecue and good Mexican food in Texas. Ohio, what do they have in Ohio? What is it? One of those states in the middle of the country has a loose meat sandwich is their big thing. One of those states in the middle of the country. And
it's just Sloppy Joe's.
They wish it was Sloppy Joe's.
Why, you've had it? No.
It's not you ever put ground beef, or you call it chopped meat, in a saute pan and you break it up and you saute it. And then you're going to add something to it, right?
Right.
Then you're going to add something else to it. Then you're going to do something else. No.
I don't believe you.
It's just loose meat.
So it's like a hamburger.
Oh, busted up.
Oh, but that's like a smash burger. Why is that bad?
But it's all pieces. Like, I like a smash. It's at least held it. This is just all
pieces. You make it sound like it fell on the floor and you have to crawl around and pick up the
Might as well. One of those stupid Midwestern states. What should we do?
I think that might be good. No, hear me out. You take a long sub roll or hoagie roll.
Okay, and you put it in there.
You dig out,
with
scoop
cheese.
it out.
And you put with cheese on top.
Stuff your loose meat in there. But you're allowed to have ketchup and onions on it?
Yeah, but I would throw some American cheese on it so it would hold it together.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and I like...
Don't get crazy.
But, okay, so I was trying to make a point that we here have been exposed...
I know, but you get more sensitive about food transgressions than most people.
I get carried away.
Remember one time I picked up a roll, and it was like a decorative roll at a restaurant. We ate somewhere, we were paying, and they had a basket of these long rolls, like baguettes.
Okay.
And I picked one up, and I held it over your head like I was going to bat you with it. And you're like, ho, ho, ho. And I'm like...
Which is what I usually call you.
No, but Dennis, you don't remember this? You're like, ho, 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 put that back. And I'm like, I was like joking around. You don't joke around with bread. You don't remember?
I don't remember that, but it does make sense because it might be a Catholic thing.
Because there's something wrong with you. That's the only reason.
My mom was very... My dad, they were very...
You were kidding. You were so angry.
Yeah, it was something about do not play with bread. Don't throw it away. You can feed it to the birds, but you can't throw it away, and you can't play with it. And it was either an Italian or Catholic thing. They were
Make it a religious thing just to cover up the fact that there's something wrong with you.
So the food I finally had as an adult and said, oh, okay, but you want a real
drum roll.
timpani? People had it on toast. People had it in salads. People had it and raved about it, and I never had avocado.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is mind-blowing for so many reasons.
Why?
And I want to put
But
it
if I had it, and then I said, oh, this is what they make guacamole out of, maybe I'll like it better if I make it. So now when
What's a food that you guys discovered as adults, a recently discovered food, or even if you discovered it way after everybody else did, and you can't believe that you discovered it? 1-800-283-101.5.
So now I make guacamole regularly, and it's fun to do because you got to pick the avocado.
Now you just discovered avocado. So what do you mean regularly?
Since I discovered avocado a couple of years ago, but I was an adult.
Oh, okay. All right. I have one of those. Yeah.
So you have to pick the avocado that's ripe enough, but not too ripe where it's mushy and it's brown inside. So you cut you've cut open an avocado.
I love avocado.
And then you smash it with, I put red onion, chopped tomato, garlic, salt,
this is
pepper.
not making sense to me. You're a foodie.
Yeah.
You're from the Mediterranean, your background.
Yeah.
You like healthy food.
Yeah.
You like Mexican food.
Yeah.
How is it that you're just discovering this now? You sound like a dumbbell.
Why?
Well, I guess somebody could say, I'm Jewish. Why did I just discover lox like last year?
Right.
However, I'm not from the region.
Well, I'm not from Mexico either.
But your ancestors are from avocado country.
No, they're
Dad.
not. Really?
They didn't have avocados in the...
I don't think it. Avocado means lawyer in Italian.
Hey, Siri. That's funny. Hey, Siri, were there avocados in the Mediterranean region of Europe?
Here's what I found.
I found this on the web for That's Funny. Hey, Siri, were there avocados in the Mediterranean region of Europe? Check it out.
Yeah.
Hey, Siri.
Avocados is part of it thrives in a Mediterranean climate and is part of a traditional Mediterranean diet. I don't know. Maybe
I've never seen it
just
part of
messed up.
Yeah, they never used it. My
family used.
My mom died at the age of 91. I venture to say she never had an avocado in her house ever. Maybe she went through a Weight Watchers phase where she might have eaten avocados then. Yeah.
Okay. 1-800-283-101.5. A food party that you just recently were invited to, and let's expand this out, Dennis. How about a food that everybody loves that you just for some reason cannot get into? And I guess for you it was avocado. Who knew? My family,
well, for me it was
my grandma
sushi.
used to make stuff with avocado, and my family every Saturday for Saturday lunch there was a huge avocado salad on the table.
Wow.
And guacamole. Sometimes guacamole alone, sometimes just a cut up salad, like an Israeli salad, and my mother would throw avocado in there. I realize it's not like a traditionally Middle Eastern food, but I feel like people who eat Middle Eastern foods or Mediterranean foods would naturally just gravitate toward avocado. In fact, I'm a little ashamed of you because it's like it's like a superfood.
Yeah, I like it. But I didn't, like I said, my mom didn't have it in the house. And I think because she may have gone through a phase, like I said, when she was on Weight Watchers years ago, where she would have had it, but my dad didn't like it. She didn't put anything in the house that my dad didn't like.
Well, that makes sense. We didn't, my mother used to make Friday night dinner, Shabbos dinner, Shabbat dinner. Everything was, to me, a lot of things were overcooked. My father liked the string beans with a little crisp on them, the peas with a little crisp on it, the chicken with a little crisp on it. And I always used to say, Ma, like, why
are you burning the food?
Why are you burning the food? You know, I mean, it wasn't burned, but everything. And she said, oh, the Francos, all of them, everything has to be like well done. So I was testing this theory out with my aunt, my mother's sister-in-law. And I said, everything had to have like a crisp on the bottom. And she goes, oh, yeah, I knew for years, don't make anything juicy. They want it like dry. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, so we got deprived of of course, my mother was a very good cook, but she did tend to overcook stuff. And I really, really hate her for that. 1-800-283-101.5. A food you discovered late in life or a food party you were not invited to.
That's what I was going to say. And Kyle has one that he'll reveal to us after the break, and he introduced it to me.
I think Mexican is a food I wasn't invited to, Dan.
Yeah, you don't like it? You don't like it at all?
Taco Bell.
Right.
What's the Chipotle?
Yeah. But talking about overcooked foods, my dad, when we would have barbecues over at my parents' house, it was a big joke. Dad, make mine raw, and it would still come out overcooked.
Yeah,
He
why?
overcooked. They were afraid of trichinosis. They were afraid of foodborne illnesses. So he cooked the crap out of everything. I said, Dad, you couldn't. So, okay, and he would laugh. He'd say, here you go. I didn't cook this one as much. Still dry as a bone. The food party, you weren't invited to it. You didn't have until you were an adult. And you went, wow, why didn't I have this earlier? 1-800-283-101.5. Dennis and Judi Show. A food that you were introduced to later or didn't try till you were an adult. 1-800-283-101.5. Kyle introduced me to a food yesterday that he just discovered recently. And he loves it. It's his favorite food, he claims.
Sumo orange?
Sumo orange. Have you seen these, Judi?
some kind of orange he was talking about. I didn't know it was called sumo.
SUMO. It's got like a nipple on the end of it. It's the orange that has like a knot at the end of the where the stem would be attached.
That's like a navel, isn't it?
No, well, I think it's a brand. It's in the naval family, but they're called sumo. It's a very pronounced nipple or.
I have one right now, Judy. I'll come in the next break and show you.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, show it to me now. Bring it in.
I mean, but like.
So I bought 4 of them yesterday at the supermarket because they're very. It's got an intense flavor. It's very, very orangey. We'll have to take a picture of it too, Kyle. Put it on Instagram or something.
I already did a post on it.
Look at you. Look at you.
Okay, I mean, that is a very pronounced nipple, but navels always have that nipple. I mean, and why are we calling it a nipple? It's not a nipple, but I'm saying that protuberance is very big,
Yeah.
but like, how is that any different from a navel?
It's different because it's more pronounced. It's different. And it's got a thicker skin, a looser skin, and a more flavorful flesh.
Okay.
Jeff is in New York. Hello, Jeff.
Hey, good afternoon, guys.
Hi.
I'm the guy that my mother tried to feed me all sorts of healthy food, so much so that she made liver parmesan one time to try to fool me.
Oh,
liver.
Oh, so she took a liver and breaded it?
How could she possibly think that was going to fool you?
Well, she gave it her best effort.
God bless her.
The food that I was introduced to just 2 months ago was Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, for me, it's been about 3 years. But, yeah, I was like, never Brussels sprouts. And now I eat them all the time.
Yeah, well, that's what's happening with me. The only thing I can't figure out how to cook them, because whenever I cook them, they shrink down to the size of a marble, regardless of what size they start at.
Well, get them as big as you can. Cut them in half. Saute them until they're brown a little bit on the outside, salt and pepper, and then roast them in the oven with a drizzle of balsamic. Delicious.
You want Ina Garten's recipe?
Sure.
Bacon bit. I use Bacos.
Bacon bits, yeah.
Bacon bits, Parmesan, balsamic vinegar.
Roasted in a pan at 425?
Roasted in a pan. Well, you could do it on the stovetop, but...
Yeah, the other thing was beets. Right after, I guess it was Hanukkah, there was a sale in the supermarket, 75% off of these marinated or pickled beets.
Mm.
And I figured, well, let me try, see what happens. They weren't bad.
I haven't had pickled
I like
beets since I was a kid.
Well, Dennis, you also had that traumatic... You have PTSD from the beets.
From the beets. I drank beet juice and almost died. Like a quart of it or whatever. Yeah, but I used to have pickled beets when I was a kid. My mom would serve them all the time. My grandmother, too, but I haven't had them since I was a kid, other than drinking the beet juice, which almost killed me.
I always associate beets with tasting like dirt.
Yeah, well, they're a root vegetable,
They're
I guess.
dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you. We were a big pickled beet family as well, Dennis. My grandmother used to make, and I do too sometimes when I have time. I put up a big old jar of pickled beets right next to pickled cauliflower, right next to that pickled green pepper, and my kids eat it in 5 minutes, which is why I never make it.
Wait a minute.
Because it's 3 days to make it, and then it's gone in 5 minutes.
So beets in a can or pickled beets were big when we were kids. But I don't see it. I don't see kids eating it today. I bet
beets
you-
in a can are not pickled. Beets in a can are just
stewed, cooked.
Yeah. So my pickled beets are like hard beets. Like when you bite into it, there's a
Like a
crunch.
pickle.
And it's bitter. Yeah, but it's so good.
I bet you Kyle has never had a beet. I don't think this generation has eaten beets.
No, they came back.
Did they?
I've had
Yeah.
beets and I hate them.
Yeah.
Where did you have them?
When did I have it?
Like your mom gave them
Yeah.
to you?
But also, vegan restaurants always have beets, Dan. All of this generation has eaten in vegan restaurants.
But he's not a vegan.
They stink and they taste like the dirt.
Right. Do you have any friends who are vegetarians or vegan?
No.
Yeah, but still, I feel like in modern restaurants, there's always a beet salad on the menu.
Oh, yeah, beet and goat cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another one. That's the party I wasn't invited to, Dan.
The goat cheese? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Goat cheese
and
is
I love
tremendous.
every cheese, except for that and that one with the cheese stuff in it. I don't understand it.
The cheese stuff? Oh, burrata.
Yeah. I don't get that.
You ever had it?
Yeah, and I'm like, well,
it is kind of like
tastes like ricotta cheese or ricotta, whatever you call it. And you know what I compare it to, Dan?
No.
It's like eating a steak
with hamburger
that has
inside.
mushed up steak stuffed inside.
It is an odd invention. It's
what's the
fresh
point of it
mozzarella.
then?
Do you ever had fresh, really creamy fresh mozzarella?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not that big of a fan of creamy cheese.
Well, then you're not going to like burrata.
Yeah.
And
That's
so what they
what
do
it
is they
is.
take it and they stuff inside cream and shreds of mozzarella. And then it's kind of gooey. If you don't like the gooey, gushy.
Yeah. Gooey. I do like gooey and gushy, but not in cheese. Like, you go to these restaurants that have these artisan pizzas, and then you see a picture of it, and there's like 6 blobs of cheese on it. I'm like, what? When this like craze started with the cheese blob, where I was used to an entire pizza covered with shredded,
cheese, right.
and it was a beautiful melange of shredded cheese all melted.
What you're saying
uniformly.
is the fresh mozzarella sliced and thrown on top.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what is that? And then
I know.
and
It's
then
not good on a
which
pizza, is
bite
it?
do you enjoy?
Right.
The bite without the blob of cheese, or the bite? And what if you want cheese in every bite? You have to just like pray that there's a blob in your bite.
And you call me picky with food? Good Lord.
No. Then I will eat anything. Ask my husband. He thinks there's something wrong with me. Why am I not obese? I will eat anything, except some things don't make sense to me. A pizza is supposed to have pizza in every bite, cheese in every bite.
Unless it's not a cheese pizza. But buy Judy's book, Why Am I Not Obese? It's at bookstores now and Barnes & Noble and Amazon. Hardback, it's paperback, $16.95. All right, 1-800-283-1015 is the phone number. A food you discovered later in life, a party you weren't invited to, and you finally said, wow, I like this. Your call coming up. It's 12:31. Improvement. Dennis and Judi show. We're talking about foods. And somebody wrote in on the app chat. Dennis and Judi, love you guys. You got me through the pandemic. Used to hate avocados. Then forced myself to eat them. And they grew on me, kind of like green eggs at first. LOL. So, fresh mozzarella on pizza, Judi, is real Italian all over Italy.
Well, you would disagree with that, Dennis.
No, in Naples, that's if you order a margarita pizza, that's what you'll see.
Oh.
The pizza
So
here,
you're saying
by the way,
nowhere in Italy do you get like shredded cheese on top of the pizza? Then I'm never having pizza in Italy.
usually not. They're not big on the
Bogus.
shredded thing.
Bogus.
They're not big on the shredded thing. In Sicily, I think we had pizza that had shredded cheese on it, but the pizza you see here in the majority of pizza parlors is a little different than what they make over in Italy. They usually use fresh mozzarella. They have so much of it there. Here it's more like a special thing. Anyway, is there a food that ever got you sick, Judi?
I'm not sure. There's so many times where like I'll be like throwing up. Not that there's so many times, but several times in my life when I've thrown up, I'm like, oh, because I had fish tonight, which is a joke because not every piece of fish is a bad piece of fish, but
Right.
people always assume that it's something that you ate. I don't believe that I've ever had actual food poisoning, but the problem with food
Same
poisoning
here.
is you Google it and you ask, how long has it been, or how long does it have to be since you ate the food? Well, it could be anything from 3 hours to 36 hours.
36 hours. I think that's a lot. So, a guy.
Excuse me, I'm going back to Siri. Hey, Siri, how long after you eat bad food do you see the symptoms of food poisoning?
Okay, I found this on the web. For how long after you eat bad food do you see the symptoms of food poisoning? Check it out.
What did she say?
It says
3 to 36 hours.
I don't know.
All right. So
30. Listen, you ready? Ready?
Yeah.
30 minutes to 8 hours within 24 hours, 6 to 24 hours, 6 hours to 6 days.
I guess
Okay.
it depends on the food and how it gets you sick. So there was an American tourist in Toronto who ate a hamburger at a Hilton hotel. He asked for it to be cooked medium. They said, okay. They brought him the medium hamburger, and they said, before you eat that, sign this waiver.
That's insane.
They made him sign a waiver because it was cooked medium.
But it's not even medium rare.
No, medium.
There's like no pink in it in a medium.
A medium's pink.
Is
Yeah,
it?
medium's pink.
Well, them's what? Well, them's. Well, then what is medium rare?
Really pink. Like most pink and
Then
a
what's
little gushy.
rare?
Rare is like, you don't even go there. Pittsburgh rare is like when it's seared on the outside, blackened on the outside, and really, really pink on the inside. That's Pittsburgh rare. So anyway, they made him sign a waiver saying he wouldn't sue if he got... I think, to be honest with you, restaurants should make everybody sign a waiver when they eat anything because people are sue happy. But so have you...
One of the things that
they're
comes-
afraid of
yes.
you getting food-borne illnesses. Have you ever gotten food poisoning or any sick from any food, whether it was a coincidence or it was from the food? 1-800-283-1015 is the phone number.
I just wanted to tell you, Dennis, that one of my favorite things we ever talk about on the air, which you refuse to talk about, is things you found in your food.
Yeah.
Because, come on, every day somebody finds a hair, a fly, a Band-Aid, a bug, a piece of Scotch tape, a staple. Happens every day. So I think if I put the call out for people who have found foreign bodies in their food, unfortunately for you, fortunately for me, because I think it's hysterical, people will call and say, found a piece of plastic, found a piece of... 1-800-283-101.5 is our phone number. So have you ever become sick from food and for an extra $10... I mean, I was going to say 10. I was going to say 10 bonus points, but it came out $10. If you've ever found a foreign body in your food, tell us about it. How did that happen? And of course, don't name the restaurant because, listen, bad stuff happens all over the place in some of the finest restaurants. I wonder if, and like, people go, oh, I'm never eating here again. I found an. Well, ant is different because that's...
We found a staple in a salad once. One of those big box staples.
Okay, so now would you say you'll never eat there again? I always think that's
It was at a
unfair.
Fridays, and we my dad was upset and asked them to take it off the bill, and they did.
Of course, that's what you do. You take it off the bill. The people apologize to you. But like the idea of I'm never going to eat here again is like...
No, stupid.
Mistakes happen. Things happen to people.
I did get sick once, but I think it was a stomach virus. But the last thing I ate was a McDonald's Big Mac, and I don't think I've had a Big Mac since.
Well, that's enough to keep you off the Big Macs. Tony in Staten Island, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi guys, how you doing? I love your show. You two are my favorite of all time.
Thank you.
Of course. So yeah, one time I was working. I worked for like a dance competition company, and we go out to different venues. So we stayed a whole weekend. So the company provides us with food. So one lunch, I got a meatball sub, and I was eating it, and I was telling my coworker, I was like, this meatball sub right here is absolutely horrendous. And they were all laughing, ha, ha, ha. And then like a half an hour later, I'm pale white. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I feel terrible. And they sent me home. They're like, you don't look good. So they sent me home. And I got a little bit of weed, and I went home, and I was throwing up everywhere. And it was just a bad time.
Well, did the weed help? Did the weed help?
The weed definitely helped me, like, deal with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Tony, I got to ask you something. When you're saying this is bad, what are you tasting? Something sour, something foul, something smell? Like, how did you know it was bad?
So I didn't know it was bad, like it was no good.
No, but I mean, what did you taste?
Disgusting. So it was like, it was really mushy, and the texture was really weird. The flavor was really off.
Oh.
It just tasted
It
like...
wasn't like your mother's or your grandmother's meatballs.
You know what I mean?
It wasn't like your mother's or grandmother's meatballs.
No, definitely not.
All right, Tony, thank you. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5.
They always say if you taste something that tastes a little off, throw it away.
Yeah. I would go with that. Or smell, too. Smell and taste. If it's bad.
Yeah, for sure.
1244, fast traffic in your call coming up. Dennis here. And for the longest time, I've been hearing Judi rave about Guaranteed Service, so I decided to try them out for myself. Guaranteed Service is truly the best at what they do. Whether it's a leaking water heater, clogged toilet, broken or faulty lights or switches, or your heating system not working properly, you'll always be in good hands with Guaranteed Service. For a limited time, Guaranteed Service will tune up your heating system for only $77 and guarantee no breakdowns for the entire season, or the repair is free. No questions asked. Learn more at guaranteedservice.com. Dennis and Judi show talking about stuff you found in food that got food that got you sick. 1-800-283-101.5. I have one from the app chat. Pretty interesting. At a place in East Hanover, closed now. There was a thumbtack in my friend's wrap. Thankfully, they caught it before they chewed it and swallowed it. That was about 12 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, let's talk to Debbie in Southampton. You're on New Jersey 101.5. Hi, Deb.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. Probably 20 years ago, 30 years ago this was, we flew from Jersey, flew to Virginia, decided to stop at a little Chinese restaurant. Cute little place, kind of dark, little lights on the side of the wall. I ordered sweet and sour pork. Now, I never usually get that, but I ordered it. It came about 5 bites into it. I'm saying, ew, something's off. Well, I cut one in half and held it up to the little light, and it was iridescent. The pork had green in it and blue, and it had all these colors like the rainbow. I got so sick, I wound up in the hospital.
Wow. How long were you in the hospital?
Just overnight, just for the night, because I couldn't stop vomiting. I was so sick. So I haven't ordered that for how many years, and I'll never order that again.
Wow.
By the way,
thanks, Debbie.
That's my biggest fear. Food poisoning is my biggest fear. And I've been sick throwing up all night, but, and it could have been food poisoning, but is there a worse fate than nausea and vomiting in the world?
Yeah, I agree. Dennis in Sayreville. Hello, Dennis.
Yeah, hi. Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Great. Yeah, my story, years ago, we went to, we were skiing up in Canada, and my friend, his family owns a chalet, and they use it once a year. And we all went up there. We all skied except this one woman who was a French woman from France, met them, and she didn't speak any English. She stays behind, and she decides to make us food for the dinner. Opens up the cabinet. There's a whole bunch of cans of tuna fish. She doesn't read the labels, and she doesn't know that they're all expired, and she makes us a big casserole.
Oh.
We all ate it. Delicious, great. And then that night, of course, what do you think happened? One bathroom, and we're all trying to fight to get to the bathroom. And, of course, no one made it to the bathroom. And it was the next morning we had to clean all this up. It was one of my worst experiences with food poisoning.
Oh, my God. And the poor woman probably felt terrible.
Yeah, she did. And then we, some of us looked in the garbage can at the cans, and it was like a year old or something like that.
All right. I'm getting kind of queasy. All right. Thank you, Dennis.
That's why you hate doing this,
Yeah,
Dennis.
appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. Mark's calling from Whiting. Hello, Mark.
How you doing, guys?
Good.
Just laughing from that last caller. I didn't get sick, but back in 1990, we lived in East Windsor. Right around the corner was a Chinese place. We used to go there all the time. So I ordered my normal shrimp chow mein, and my wife had, I think, chicken chow mein, I think. Anyway, I brought it home, and I started to mix up my chow mein. I found a Band-Aid in there.
How is it's so unbelievable. Band-Aid is one of the most common things to find in food, yet I thought everybody wears gloves, so how do you find a Band-Aid?
Yup, and I found it, honest to God, Judi, I wouldn't lie to you, And I took it back to the place, and I ripped it back. Told my wife, no, don't eat anything. Don't eat anything. Once I found that Band-Aid, I said, no, don't eat nothing. I took it back, and I ripped open the bag right on the counter in front of other customers, too. I said, what the F is this in my food? What is that? Look at that. And they were so embarrassed. I got my money back, obviously. And about 2 weeks went by, and I told my wife, there had to be an accident.
Of course.
Nobody would.
Yeah, of course. So was there a final outcome? Because we got to run.
The final outcome was they gave me free meals we went back, and they gave me free meals, about 6 to 8 free meals.
Wow. All right. Thank you, Mark.
Sans
Appreciate the call.
Band-Aids.
Yeah, hopefully. All right, 12:56. More of the Dennis and Judy show to come.
Have you seen the price of gold lately, by the way? Gold is over $2,000 an ounce. And National Estate Jewelry Buyers in East Brunswick is launching an unprecedented 1 week only gold buying event. Monday, January 29th through Saturday, February 3rd from 10 to 5. They are buying gold, silver, diamonds, name brand watches, coins, coin collections, and designer handbags. Now, they're buying it all, but they're especially looking for more of the high-end jewelry, the Van Cleef and Arpels, the Cartier. But whatever you've got, this is an amazing event. Again, Monday, January 29th. That's this Monday through Saturday, February 3rd, 10 to 5. Call 732-257-GOLD. Please tell Barry you heard it here, or go to toppricesforgold.com. And here's something fun. Free bottle of wine with every transaction while supplies last. Restrictions apply.
New Jersey Chime Time 109. It's Dennis and Judy program. I'm Dennis Malloy. That's Judy Franco.
Hello.
Is that all you have to say for yourself?
Okay, sorry. I wanted to bring something up to you. I asked somebody yesterday. I met a lovely woman. I didn't meet her. I've seen her before, 30 years old. Guess what her son's name is? Michael.
Okay, wow.
I was in shock.
How old's the kid?
3.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. When was the last time you heard anybody name their kid Michael?
Was it somebody in your community?
No.
Yeah.
It was somebody who was helping with my hair at a hair salon. And I'm like, what is your kid's name? Could you repeat that to me? And I'm like, why did you name your son Michael? And it was like she said his name was like blah, blah, blah. That's how shocked I was. And I said, why'd you name him that? And she goes, I don't know. I always liked the name. And I always said that if I had a boy, I would name him Michael. And I was like, wow.
What, and this woman was in her 20s?
30.
30. So
30 years old.
For years and years and years, it was the number one name in America was Michael. Boy's name, number one. Number one. Jennifer was up top for a long time with girls, too. It's number one. Now, it's all bets are off. And we thought we'd ask.
Well, Jennifer was, how old are the Jennifers now? 40, almost 50.
Yeah.
All the Jennifers are almost 50, yeah.
Yeah, Jennifers are about 50 in their 40s. Kylie's are in their 30s.
That's scary. The Kylies. And the Kayleys are in their 40s as well. I'm sorry,
30s.
are in their 30s.
Kaylee's
Kaylee and Kylie.
So if you're Kaylee, Kaylee McEnany, she was a press secretary for Trump? Kaylee?
Yeah. Kaylee Cuoco from
right. Kylie, though, Kylie sounds just very little girlish. Same with Kyle.
Yeah. And also, you know, it was a big one that now they're 50 at least. Caitlyn was a big one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, do you have an unusual name or a name that people have trouble with?
Okay. People listening to us now, I'm going to make a little prediction.
Mm-hmm.
If you're over 40, you have a name that was on one of those lists way back when. And if you think about it, like in this building, think of all the employees over 40 and all the employees under 40. You have, like in the sales area, right? A lot of those people have traditional names, right? But a lot of the people in programming are younger, and they have the more trendy names. We've got the Logans and the Londons and well, we actually don't, but I mean, we have the
Austin,
the Gymboree names. Yeah, Austin, Kyle, Kylie, Gianna.
Yep.
Brianna.
Oh, a lot of
we don't have a Brianna.
I think
but
New Jersey has the highest concentration of Briannas in the country.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, do you have an unusual name either for your generation or in general where people have a tough time pronouncing it? I met a man the other day. Oh, man, what's his name? He was from Poland, and his name is Kamil.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Kamil in Polish is a man's name. And I met a guy in French Canada who was my driver or guide, whatever. His name is Carol with an E at the end. And that was a very common man's name in France and French Canada.
Well, we know one famous one.
Carol?
The actor.
Carol O'Connor. Yeah, that's right.
The only time I ever heard of a man named Carol. So what is your strange... What's your strange name? Do you live with a strange name or nickname? 1-800-283-101.5. And I guess for some people, it's not strange. It's just unique. But I know that, you know, as a matter of fact, I know that there are a lot of Gymboree names here at the radio station. I don't begrudge anybody who named their kid a Gymboree name. In fact, I think like Kyle's an adorable name. It's just that there were so many of them. I think I asked him, were there 6 in your kindergarten class? Did we ever get the answer to that?
I don't know how many. Kyle, did you have a lot of Kyles growing up in your class?
In school, no, but when I was like 17, I played on a baseball team that had 4 Kyles.
Oh my God. See, is that insane? They were all in my kid's Gymboree.
I, of course, went by Kai, so.
I
grab that.
I love it.
1-800-283-1015 is the phone number. You have an unusual name or an unusual name for your generation. Nick is 24, so I don't think there's many Nicks your age, right, Nick?
Hey there, guys. How you doing? Listened to the show a long time. First time calling.
Thank you.
No, I actually don't know that many Nicks, but I was actually calling. We named my daughter Violet.
That's beautiful.
And let me tell you, whenever I tell people her name, they're just like, they take like 2 steps back.
Well, that's an old, like it was an old name.
Names are coming back. Old names are back.
That was a name for like the turn of the 20th century, like 1900, Violet. That's beautiful.
By the way, all of the flower names are all back. Violet, Daisy, Rose, Iris, Lily. Lily? There's going to be 18 lilies.
Look at my granddaughters, Adeline and Vivian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are old names.
My granddaughter, Judi.
Oof.
That's really an old one.
Nick, congratulations on being a daddy.
Yeah, thank you. She's the love of my life. She makes everything worth it.
Absolutely.
Aww.
All right, Nick, thank you. Appreciate the call.
You should see when I tell people my daughter's name is Mary, they go, excuse me?
Right. And we have a Danny here who's 31 or 2.
Dan is like
that always going to be around?
Such a good, wholesome, every year,
but I feel like
generation.
Like somebody, 24, 25, if they name their kid Danny now, it's like, oh, it's Danny, it's boring. I want to give him a name like Dakota, Logan.
Right.
It's got to be there's a Callahan in the family. We have a little baby named Callahan.
Who does?
My daughter-in-law's sister named her baby Callahan.
Since it's your family, I'm not going to give my opinion.
Right, but Irish last names have become very popular
like
first.
Kennedy for girls.
Right. I'm gonna name my next son O'Shaughnessy.
It's just, I could vomit. Not from your family.
Right.
From other people.
Doris.
Your family, it's adorable. Doris, that's an unusual name. Hi, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, Judy.
How are you?
I'm fine. I listen to you every day.
Thank you. You're a smart lady. Where'd you get this name, Doris?
My mom named me after one of the nurses she had when she had me, and she spelled her name Dorice, and my mom changed the I to a Y.
Oh, your mom was trendy way back when. That's cool.
Yes, I've heard my name once, and I was at the doctor's office, and the nurse came out and said Doris, and we both stood up.
Wow, what are the chances of that?
And we spelt it the same way, which was unusual.
Yeah.
How is that?
Because I've never heard the name Doris before.
Oh, so it's spelled Doryce?
Yes.
That's a cool name. I like that. Doris, thank you for calling New Jersey 101.5. Maybe you gave somebody an idea.
Take care.
All right, babe.
All right, 1:18, time for New Jersey Movement.
And the colder weather is here. Are you still walking around in pain? It's going to keep on getting worse. When you can do something about it, you should. And you've got to call Trinity Rehab. It's unlike any other place you've ever tried. There's no prescription needed to get started. You get same-day appointments, fast results. And the best part is Trinity Rehab actually fixes the pain instead of masking it. So you can go anywhere and get medication for it or shots for it. But these people will get to the bottom of your pain. They know the body so well. They also have EPAT, which is an amazing acoustic pressure wave therapy. People see results in 3 5-minute sessions in most cases, and there's no prescription needed to get started. Not only that, but Trinity is now in network with Aetna and fully in network now with Blue Cross Blue Shield. Call today for your same-day appointment. I'm sorry, I was pointing at you, Dennis, by accident. It's never been easier to go to physical therapy, and they have dozens of locations in New Jersey and PA, like Somerville, Howell, Hamilton, Woodbridge, Wall. Their newest locations, Piscataway and Summers Point. So you know there's one near you. For more details, visit trinity-rehab.com.
Thank you, Judy. It's 1:22, Dennis and Judy Show. Do you have an unusual name or an unusual name for your generation? My dad's middle name was Anselmo, and his first name was Dante. Dante back then was very unusual. He was just he was an Italian immigrant.
Right.
So that was just the first name. Now, in the African-American community, it's widespread, and some Italians have carried it on. My nephew is named Dante. But Anselmo, I had never heard of Anselmo.
Isn't that just an Italian name also?
Yeah, but I've never heard anybody with the first name Anselmo.
Hey, Siri, are there any famous people named Anselmo?
Here's what I found on the web. There's a Muppet named Elmo. Screw you, Siri. Okay.
Argentine footballer has it as his last name.
Oh, okay.
But
that's probably
Anselm of Laon is the most famous person named Anselmo.
My grandfather apparently was into literature, and because he named my dad Dante, and his name was Silvio, and my uncle's name is Silvio, and I chose that as my confirmation name, Silvio. But that's unusual.
Tell me more about this confirmation name thing.
It's another time.
Oh.
No, no. I didn't want to waste the time of the caller.
No, I know. Let's do it. Lee Ellen. Very unique name. Hi, in Plainsboro. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi. Yeah, my name is Lee Ellen. 2 words.
Now, if I meet you at the store and we become acquaintances, do I call you Lee Ellen every time I see you, or can I call you Lee?
Nope, Lee Ellen.
Well, we're not friends. We're not going to be friends.
We're not going to be friends because I have a middle name
fun.
too. So
what's your middle name?
Marie.
Lee Ellen Marie. Okay, we won't go for the last name. All right. It seems a little pretentious to me to insist on the Ellen part.
There was a grandma and a grandpa, Lee and Ellen.
Is that what happened?
And they couldn't decide.
Close. My grandmother was Nicolina, and then she shortened it to Lena, then Lee. And my other grandmother was Ellen, and my mom's name is Lee as well.
So there you go, Dan.
All right, Lee Ellen, you win.
Good excuse.
It's been tough. It's been tough, this name. Nobody ever has it.
Right. It's a sweet name. It's a pretty name for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Lee Ellen, thank you.
All right. Thanks.
Take care. You too. Lee Ellen Marie. Tina is calling from Bordentown. Hello, Tina.
Hello.
Hi.
So I had a student that I taught whose name was Adasha, and she spelled it capital A dash lowercase a.
Now, we've heard... Now, you're swearing this is the truth, because we've heard this. I thought
Yes.
it was urban legend.
No, I had a student.
Adasha. A dash little a.
Yeah, with an actual dash.
All right. And you're swearing on a stack of Bibles.
I'm swearing.
All right. Very good. Thank you,
So
Tina.
I knew somebody named a F.A. and it was actual A and then a middle finger and then an A. So I can't pronounce it on the air, obviously, because it would be,
Well, there are some good ones up here. Marius.
Ridiculous thing. Why would you do that to a kid? A dash A.
Marius. Hi, Marius.
I have a better one.
In
A
Wildwood?
space A. How about a space A?
Marius in Wildwood.
Judi.
Hi.
Love you guys.
Thank you. Is Marius, is that Polish?
Yes, sir. It says Mariusz.
Mariusz.
Yes.
Love that.
That's what my husband calls my daughter.
Mariusz.
Mariusz.
Everyone has so much trouble saying my name.
I love that name, Mariusz. So did they call you Mari or Mariusz?
Every time I greet someone, I say Mariusz, but I just say, you know what, just call me Mario for short.
Mario, yeah.
What is the background of that name?
Polish.
Polish?
Polish,
That's
yeah.
so funny.
What did your parents call you? What did your brothers and sisters call you?
It's Mariusz.
Nothing for short, like Oosh?
No, nothing short, yeah.
Oosh.
Well, that too. Some of my friends call me Oosh.
Yeah, I love it. All right, Mariusz, thank you.
All right, thank you guys. Love you guys.
Love you too. Appreciate the call to New Jersey.
You know what? I'm loving these names, Dennis. It's so interesting. Vianney in Freehold. You're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hi, Judy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
What is Vianney? Is it like some kind of foreign language?
Well, the VI was for my father's name, which was Victor, and the Annie was for my mom's name, even though she was an Ida, but everyone called her Annie, so they just put it together.
Oh, how sweet. Vianney.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Judy, you remember me.
How? Where?
Remember at Freehold Raceway Mall, Sephora? And
Oh my God, yes. How are you?
Good. How are you?
How long ago is that?
Oh, kind of 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, I haven't been ever since they opened a Sephora near me. I don't need to drive all the way there to get to Sephora.
Yeah.
All right, Vianney, beautiful name. Thank you for calling.
Thank
So
you.
pretty.
Take care.
Good to talk to you. All right, what is your strange name that people have a hard time with? 1-800-283-101.5. Janine is in Branchburg. That's not weird, but her kids' names are weird, right, Janine?
Yeah, exactly.
What are they?
Tell me.
Oh, they are Gavin, Colby, Xander, and Piper.
Why are you weird?
Wait, what's the last one?
Piper
Piper.
and Xander. Why are you weird?
I don't know. I have just like unusual names.
Now, does your husband have
They're
a
not
say?
unusual, though. They're very trendy.
Piper, Xander. What was the first two?
Gavin and Colby. With a K.
Colby's big now.
Yeah, they're cool names. They're
Piper.
cool boys. And boys, girls. What's
Piper's a girl.
Boys and a girl.
2 boys and a girl? 3 boys. And
Piper I've heard 100 times. You're going to see there's going to be 1,000 Pipers her age.
Yeah, probably. She's the youngest.
And your husband went along with this?
Yeah, he didn't have a choice necessarily.
Right. And what about your parents?
They have normal names, Marlene and Peter.
And what did they think of Piper, Xander, Gavin, and Colby?
They're good with those. I originally wanted one to be Leighton, and that one got vetoed.
Leighton. Very good. Now
I just want to tell you something. Anybody who has an X in their kid's name
Yeah.
Max,
Xander.
Xander or Alexander
Right.
with an X or Alex or whatever. It's just pretentious. You just want to use an X. You do.
I bet they're all high achievers. Are they all high achievers?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. It sounds like a high achieving family. Now, Janine, thank you.
Janine, you're such a doll.
Thank you for the call to New Jersey 101.5.
I hate her. I hate that family.
Why? Oh, the trendy name?
I just hate all those. She's so sweet, and like her
Right.
kids are probably amazing.
Yeah.
But like, it's like, just give me a name with meaning. Names should have meaning.
Let's go to the very common Jennifer right now. It's
Names are your essence.
1:30.
Well, you give your kids stripper names. Sorry, Jen.
All right, pipe down, Piper. It's 1:31 now. 0.5. Dennis and Judi show 137. We're talking about unusual names. Yeah, this is the time for unusual names. Every generation, there's a new wave of names. I'm sure the Esthers and the Gladyses and the Herberts weren't happy when people were naming their kids Tommy and Johnny and Bill. And now that the Tommies, Johnnies, and Bills are grandparents, they're looking at the Xanders and the Pipers like, what are you doing?
Right.
But a lot of those grandparenty names are coming back.
Well, because you know what? I feel like if they're good, strong names, I do feel somebody's name reflects on them. I feel your name is a part of your soul. I think it's so important to have a name that matters.
Like Enzo.
I think people who name their kids Jupiter are really doing their kids a disservice.
I agree.
Enzo in Woodbridge. Hi, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Hey, how you doing? Big fan of the show. Judi, I love your analogy with the Gymboree names. I think that's great because everybody in my generation names their kid Zach.
Zach.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Zach is another one. I forgot about the Zachs. Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, my name's Enzo, and I don't know. It gets mixed up with Andrew a lot. You go to places, people can't spell it.
Enzo is short for Vincenzo.
It is, but my name is actually just Enzo.
Right. Okay. And it's funny how in America, the short for Vincent or Vincenzo is Vinny. But over in Italy, the short for Vincenzo is the back end of the name, Enzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're just Enzo. And you have an Italian last name?
My last name is Strada.
Okay. Street.
So, yeah, comes off the boot.
Yeah,
You
very
know,
good.
Dan, you know which name I love, which Italian name I love? Remember Ray Rossi's real name?
Erasmo.
Yeah. That's such a cool name. I mean, it reminds me of Anselmo.
Yeah.
Because we don't know any Erasmos.
Right.
Do you?
No, he's the only one I ever met. Do you know what Strada means in Italian, Enzo?
Street.
Yeah, street. All right, Enzo, thank you. Great name. Thanks for the call to New Jersey 101.5. Here's an oldie but goodie. Oh, she's going to hate me for saying that. Gail in Indian Mills. Hi, Gail.
Hi, Dennis. Hi, Judi. My grandson's name. Oh, I'm sorry. What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, okay. Oh, hi. My grandson's name is Ramo Severino. I know how to spell Ramo, but I don't know how to spell Severino.
Well, how do they spell Ramo?
Remo.
Oh, Remo.
Yeah,
Right.
I guess here they say it's Ramo, I guess.
Okay.
But his grandmom does call him Ramo. She goes like that. Everybody, my family all looks at her like, what?
Remo.
They came from, Abruzzi, Italy.
Yeah, yep.
Right off the boat,
Very good. Remo. Well, that's an ethnic name, and you give a little room for ethnic names. Thank you, Gail. Appreciate the call.
I think that I've heard that name, though. Remo.
Remo, yeah.
Yeah.
Or she was saying Ramo.
But I like it Remo. And in fact, speaking of unusual names, I have a friend who has a daughter named Reem, named after her mother-in-law, Rima. Rima is a very common Hebrew name or Arabic name. I think Reem is the coolest name. but it's actually traditional. Let's go to Vinny in Trenton. That's an unusual name. Might only be one or two in the entire state. Hi, Vinny.
For a girl.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Is it Vincenza?
What's the twist, Vinny?
No, it is not. It's a very unusual name that I went to school with, and no one else was ever called or named. Lavinia.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, no one. I mean, I find it coming out more now. I mean, I did see a movie star, which of course I am not, but with Lavinia. But it's a very unusual name, and yes, my mom ended up calling me Vinny.
That's sweet.
That's so cute, though.
That is adorable. All right, Vinny, thank you. Appreciate the call. Lavinia. Nice. Nick in Millstone. Hello, Nick.
Hey, how are you today?
We're good. How are you?
Doing super with the rain, though. But let me give you a good one.
All right.
I kept this hidden through elementary school, junior high, and high school. And then when I went to college, I kind of let it known. Middle name is Ladislaw.
Ladislav.
I've heard this.
And
It's
Polish?
Polish?
No, we're Hungarian.
Hungarian, all right.
But I tried tracking it down. And if you go to Eastern Europe, there's a lot of churches, St. Stanislaus.
Yes.
And I think that's the derivation of my name.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And any relative named that for their first name?
Not on their life.
All right,
Why?
Nick.
It could just be called Stan.
And is Nicholas spelled Nikols?
N-I-C-H.
N-I-C-H. Okay, they went with a English spelling. All right, thank you, Nick. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. Talking about unusual names you have or have heard. 1-800-283-1015 is the phone number. 143, and we'll check fast traffic in a minute.
Judi here, and you guys know how I feel about Guaranteed Service. They are the premier plumbing, electrical, and HVAC company in New Jersey. Our friends at Guaranteed Service are growing and looking for qualified plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians. Oh, and that rhymes, too. If you've got the skills and are an outstanding person when it comes to providing the ultimate customer experience, to add to their thousands of five-star reviews, join the team at Guaranteed Service. I guarantee you it will be a great experience. They're a wonderful company. Give them a call. I promise you won't regret it. Call 1-800-GUARANTEED or go online to guaranteedservice.com.
It's Dennis and Judy Show 150. We're talking about unusual names, and there are plenty here in Jersey. And maybe you have an unusual name for your generation. Let's talk to Kevin in Manalapan. Hello, Kevin.
Good afternoon. First of all, your show's very refreshing. Listen to it regularly.
Thank you.
I'm 71 years old. My wife and I, our youngest daughter's 33. When we were choosing her name, we wanted it to be unique. So I was always partial to the name Brie, B-R-I-E. But my wife was not so partial, but went along with it. So we decided to name her Brie, B-R-I-E, space A-N-N-E. That's her given legal first name.
Right.
But we have condemned her to a life in the digital age of trying to explain the space in her name. Social Security, IRS, applying for a license, passport. Looking back on it, we were so thrilled that she was and she is unique. But be careful what you wish for.
Yeah. So
not to mention the fact that the spelling is a cheese. I don't know why you didn't just name her Camembert
or soft cheese.
Gouda.
No, but Brie
Gouda
and then Anne. So you didn't want to combine the two names. You didn't want her to be Brienne.
Correct.
But she's Brie Ann.
Right. And I mean, sometimes, like in the family, we'll refer to her as Brie, but usually I address her as Brienne.
Nice. All right. Thank you, Kevin. Interesting story for sure that it's so confusing for all the agencies you deal with. Paul is in Stewartsville. Hello, Paul.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. First off, Dennis, how'd you do during the striper season?
I went 0 for 0. I didn't go.
Oh, no.
I didn't go, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Dan.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
He wasn't around.
Now, you're a freshman, huh? Okay. Hey, real quick. My nephew is Yannick Marley. How's that for a name?
Yannick.
Yeah. Now, my last name is Donnelly, but I was going to name one of my kids Joaquin. But the reason why I didn't is just like that young man said right before me. You couldn't fit it all on the applications or, any spaces for your driver's license and all that. I said, no, let it pass.
All right, very good. Paul, thanks for the call to New Jersey 101.5. And yeah, just circumstances I didn't get out and striper fish this year. Shame on me.
Is it over?
No, well, now, yeah, it's kind of...
I was driving down my street going, I'm so happy deer season is over. And then all of a sudden I see like 400 of them.
Oh, yeah, they're around.
That's not over. It never ends? What is that?
Well, the season ends for hunting, but they're going to be around. The rut is over. They should be... I think they've shed their antlers right about now.
Okay, so
right?
Go home. Stop bothering
Or do
me.
they do that more in the spring? Yeah, they might be doing. And anyway, their antlers will be dropping, and then
they make me sick.
They'll be mating, and then the little doe will come out in June.
Oh, because we need more of them, right?
Yeah, for sure. All right, Derek is calling from Dunellen. Hi, Derek.
What's going on?
Hey.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily weird, but it's definitely uncommon. My brother's name, full name Demetrius.
Demetrius. Why did they choose Demetrius? Is it ethnic?
Yeah, it's a Russian name. We've got a Russian grandpa.
All right. But your parents...
That's a good reason.
Yeah, one of your parents is part Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Derek was a very common name for a boy. American name. So what do they call... what do they call Demetrius?
Just Dimitri. She took off the last two letters.
Right.
We work with a guy named Dimitri, as a matter of fact.
Dimitri, yeah. Very good. Derek, thank you, my friend. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. We have time for Cleo Marie.
Oh, I love it.
Yes. Hi.
Hey.
First time caller.
So, go ahead.
Why are you named Cleo Marie?
I don't know. My mother told me at the time that she loved the name Cleo, which was my aunt's name, her sister. So she put Marie, it's Cleo Marie altogether, no capital M or anything.
But they call you Cleo.
I tell everybody Cleo because whenever I go someplace and they have to, at the doctor's office and they try to call you, they usually call me by my last name because they can't pronounce the first name.
Oh, that's so funny.
They'll
love
call
it,
everybody
Cleo.
else.
I think it's adorable.
It is beautiful. All right, Cleo Marie, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. Dennis and Judy show. Wrap it up for Thursday. Dominski and Doyle are next.
Yeah, and Dennis, this has been so much fun. I'd like to invite you back tomorrow.
I'll check my schedule and I'll get back to you.
Keep me posted.
All right, take care. Love you, Judy.
Kyle, you're invited too.
Yeah. No. He said he'll be here.
Hey there. Did you know Baker's always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower than low prices? And when you download the Baker's app, you'll enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. And don't forget fuel points to help you save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Want to save even more? With a Boost membership, you'll get double fuel points and free delivery. So shop and save big at Baker's today. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
This has been the Dennis and Judy Show on demand. Thanks to our sponsor, Value City NJ, with 9 locations in New Jersey, or online at valuecitynj.com. Don't forget to check out the latest news and opinions from Dennis and Judy on our free app or NJ1015.com.
New Jersey 101.5.